Hmm. Yeah, that is correct for embed prompt user. So prompt user means like so whenever the user tries to open the dashboard, right? So it will ask for the username and password. So that if they provide username and password, then only the dashboards will show the data. Otherwise, they don't show the data. Now, what is so which credentials we have to provide? That is the another thing, other thing. So we have to provide database credentials or we have to provide Tableau server credentials. So first let me open the workbook, right? So we have published data our workbook, the Tableau server. So, so let me open. So we have workbook in the Tableau server, right? So in this way we have to open. Just go to the server option and open it. Are you able to log into the Tableau server? Are you able to publish? I have given already credentials for you, right? So just let me know those credentials are working for you or not. So we have to first provide our Tableau server link. Okay. So
Venkat, Tableau server is where is the Tableau server you mentioned? You were mentioning it here.
we have to see in this Tableau desktop, we have menu option is there, right? In
Okay,
this menu option, we have server option is there. We have to
okay,
go to this server option and we have to first log into the server. So each and every server is having some particular link, right? So we have to provide that link here and then click on the connect option. Now you see, we are logged into this particular server. Now, if you want to publish, you can click on the publish workbook option. If you want to open the workbook, which is already existing in the Tableau server, you have to click on the open workbook option. Let's click on open workbook now. So I explained you yesterday itself, yesterday also. So I can go modified by modified date and I can open this workbook. Just click on open. So while publishing workbook, right, you can give the workbook name, you can give with your name so that you can remember easily. So, so have you gone through all the individual access, the dual access and all those? Okay, so this is a summary dashboard we have created. We have created yesterday. So here we are comparing the target versus actual sales. Okay, so I want to bring the sheet one to the next row actually. So I can bring my sheet one to the next row. So in the first row, I want to show, okay, I want to bring the sheet one to the first row and all the KPIs to the comparisons to the second row. So I want to increase the width of the dashboard as well as height of the dashboard because I want to accommodate more sheets in the dashboard. So I can go to dashboard size here. So I can increase it to like 1200 width. See, the width is increased. And I want to increase the height it to like 1200 like this. So in the real time, we have to in the size option we have three different types of sizes. So fixed size is there, fixed is there, automatic is there, range is there. Fixed means whatever the size you will give here, right? So it will occupy that size only. And what is the meaning of automatic means? For example, if you select automatic, what will happen is it will try to occupy the entire screen. Okay, this dashboard will try to occupy the entire screen width and entire screen height. So let's see what will happen if we select this one automatic option. Now you see Tableau, this dashboard will be automatically occupied to entire width and entire height that is available. For example, if I go to presentation mode, you see again it is occupied entire width and entire height. Now, if you open the same dashboard in a bigger screen, right? So in that case, it will occupy the entire width and entire height. If you open this in the mobile phone, in mobile phone also, it will try to occupy the entire width of the mobile phone and entire height of the mobile phone. So if you don't want like that, you can go for fixed size. In the fixed size, you can mention what is the size you want for this dashboard. And we have one more option also there, like a range option. Anyone will tell what is the range option?
We can give the range of the width and height so that it will not disturb the proportions of the individual dashboard sections.
Okay. So it will have
Better.
Yeah. So range means we can specify minimum size, maximum size. In the minimum, we can mention minimum width and minimum height. And in the maximum, we can specify what is the maximum size and maximum height. So maximum width and maximum height we can mention. For example, I can mention minimum size, like minimum is like, for example, 1000 width, and minimum height is like 400, just for 600. Now, what will happen is it will occupy minimum width and minimum 1000 width and minimum 600 height in any screen. If you open it in mobile phone, right? So it will try to occupy minimum width is 1000 pixel. That means your mobile phone is like this much only, right? But it will try to occupy the 1000 width. So we should have you can see horizontal scroll bars. And minimum height it will occupy 600 height, like that. And maximum you can mention here this thing also. Sometimes what we can do is we can uncheck the maximum size. So when you uncheck the maximum size, what will happen is minimum it will occupy 1000 width and 600 height. Maximum it will occupy the entire screen, like that. It is like automatic. Maximum is automatic now, but minimum it will occupy 1600 at least. It will occupy this much. When you don't mention maximum size here, it will try to occupy the entire screen width and entire screen height if there is any space, like that. Okay, so I'll go for fixed size only for now. So I can mention 1200 width and 1000 height. Okay. Now, yesterday we have seen we are just trying to compare the actual sales versus target sales, right? Now, you see if the user is coming to when the user see this, can anyone will tell when the user see this dash when the user see this chart, how he can identify the orange one is. You can go to mute someone like. Okay. So when the user see this chart, right, the user not able to understand which is target sales and which is target and which is actual sales. So we don't have that one right here. So there are many different methods are there to show the user what is actual sales and what is target sales. So I want to mention. So, okay, now can anyone will tell, I want to display, this is actual sales, right? So just beside this, I want to mention actual sales. Like I want to write something manually here, actual sales. And just beside this target, I want to mention target here. Anyone will tell how to write that?
Simply go to the label option in that.
Okay, label option.
Tooltip
Mm.
also we can try.
No, not in the tooltip. I want to show the user
Yeah.
here, like actual equal to this one and target equal to this one. I want to show the user should be able to see that one. So yeah, the one method is you told like we have to go to the label. In the text, we have to mention it is a label equal to like that.
Yes, sir.
But in the text, we don't have this target, right? So what we can do first, we have to drag the target into text first. Now the user can see target here. Now go to the label, go to the text option. Here you can mention target equal to this one. Okay, just click on apply. Now the user can see target equal to this one.
Yes.
So this is one way to represent this one. I just go back. What is the other method is like, I'll go to this target here. Okay, I'll go to target here and just tell you different options. Click on this drop down, go to format option. In the format option, you can see axis and pen. Go to pen here, go to number format, go to number custom, like make it 0 decimal. Now go to prefix and suffix. In the prefix, you can mention target equal to. Now you see, whatever you mention prefix here, that will appear here. Okay, like that. This is one option. Okay. Similarly, you can do the same for sales also. Just go back one time. This is one time. I'm just trying to go back here. Let me go to this target format. Just remove this target here. Now anyone will know. This is most of the time we will be having US users and Canada users, right? So we have to show the dollar symbol here. So to show the dollar symbol also, we can do the same thing. Go to this format option. In the prefix, you can mention dollar. Okay. So whatever you mention here, you can see the same thing here also. And if they want to see this number in terms of thousands, right? So you can go to this thousands option. Just go to display format option, go to thousands. Okay. So what is the other method for displaying this dollar here, dollar symbol here means go to the number format, go to currency standard. So in the currency standard, automatically it will give some English India. So India means automatically it will display the India symbol here. So if you want to display the like China symbol, right? So you can select, just go to the here and you can mention Bangladesh, Bangla India, Chinese China. Like when you select Chinese here, so you will see Chinese symbol here, dollar symbol here like that. So you can mention the currency names like this also. Now go to the custom option, go, make it discrete 0 decimal, like you can make this thousands. Okay, like this. I want to increase the size of this one, right? So you can go to label and you can go to the font option, make it like 12, something like that. Okay. So this is how we can format the numbers. You can remove the symbol here if you want. Okay. Or just try to make it like dollar symbol. Or I will make it Indian currency, local India. And go to custom now, make it 0. So make it thousands or millions. Okay, so this so yesterday, so this is one of the method to compare the actual sales and target sales. So I want to change the color of the actual sales. Go to sales, just change the color to, so just remove the measure names here, or you can have the measure names. Just so on the type. So sorry, where we have is like we have to represent which is target and which is actual sales. So for that, automatically what will happen is when you drag the measure names into the color shelf, automatically it will display the orange is sales, and blue color is target here. If you want to change the colors, you can simply change this to actual sales to like some hash color, and target sales to like some red color like this. Okay, now go to the dashboard. Now most of the time in real time, we have to display legends here. So simply click on the sheet, go to this drop down, go to legends option. So if you want to display legends, right, go to legends option. If you want to display filters in the dashboard, go to filters option. If you want to display parameters, go to parameters option. So we can see same options in the analysis pane also. In the analysis pane also I can see. But before going to analysis, like you have to select a particular sheet here. Now go to analysis. Now you can see legends option. Click on the legends here. Now I can see legends here. So based on the color, right? Based on the color, they can identify this color is actual sales and this is the target sales. So I want to display this measure names just above the sheet. So I can do like this. Or I want to display this legends on the right side of the sheet. So what I can do? So we have one more method, right? So we have tiled option is there. We have floating option is there. So as of now, all the objects are tiled objects. Now I can go to floating option. Just click on the legend here, make it floating mode. When I make it floating mode, right? So I can place this legend anywhere I want. So I can place this legend on top of the other sheets also. So if you are in the tiled mode, right? Tiled mode means it will be occupying specific space only. So in the tiled mode, we cannot place one sheet on top of the other sheet. But if you go to floating mode, we can make one object on top of the other objects also. So like that I can place here. Okay. So now I don't want, I want target and sales side by side. Then what I do, anyone will tell, I want target and sales side by side. Okay, this is not important. So I'll tell you, just click on the measure names, go to arrange items. We have auto arrange option, single row, single column, multiple columns, auto order, defaulter, like this we have. So you can simply select single row here. When you select single row, all will be arranged in a single row like this. Now I want to hide this title here. So simply click on this one, simply click on the uncheck the title here. So title will be hidden. So like that, based on this color, the user will be able to identify this is target and this is sales. Okay. So hope you remember what we have done yesterday to create this chart, target versus actual sales. What we have done yesterday, which type of axis we have used? Anyone will tell? Which type of axis we are using here? We have used one type of axis here, right? Which type of axis? I told you 3 types of axis, right?
Well,
Dual axis. Okay, yeah, we have 3 types of axis. Yeah, you can tell independent axis or individual axis, blended axis, and dual axis. Yeah, like you can tell the same. You can tell. So just remember those 3. But here, which method we have used here? We have used here dual axis. So in the dual axis, sorry. Someone is telling something. Okay. So we have different methods to. So yesterday we have used here dual axis, right? Now I'll tell you one more method to implement the same type of thing without using dual axis also. So I'm just going to the another sheet 6. Now just try to let me know. I want to generate a bar chart with sales. How to do that?
Drag cells into columns row.
Column to column.
Correct. Drag into columns or rows. When I drag it to rows, it will generate like this. Okay. Then display the text here. So this is actual sales. Now, if you want to increase the width, right? So just to come here and you see, whenever you see these arrows, just try to drag like this. Okay. Now I want to display the target here without using dual axis. Anyone will tell? So if you go through all the chart types, right? Then you
Stack
can.
bars, stack bars.
So if you go for our class, right? In this class, just to go to W. I think here we have not discussed about types of charts, right?
And then
In
single
this,
axis you can do it.
You
we
can
have
take
charts
bar,
here.
stacked bar chart.
Stacked bar chart. No, stacked bar
No, no.
means both will be bars only.
Venkat,
Both
the individual axis is blended axis now.
individual axis. Individual axis means if I drag the target here, now it will become again, these two individual axes will be there. I can change individually target to Gantt bar. Like this, if you drag the sales, like that you can do. But I don't want two axes here. I want single axis only. Okay, so we have one more method which is called reference lines. So go to an analytics option, analytics button. So there, when you click on the analytics button, right there, you can see constant line, average line, and median with quartiles, reference line, reference band, distribution band. You can see all these options. We have to use the constant line, or directly right click on the axis here, right click on the axis, click on the add reference line. Now a box will be opened here. In this box, you can select entire table and per pane per cell option. We'll see few bit later. But what I can do for now is like just go to entire table and under line here, you see automatically line is come here. You see line is there. So under value, we have to select okay, first go to this average option. Here we have to select constant option. Okay, first go to this and select here constant. When you select constant here, right, what will happen is here we should be able to type your type the values manually. So here I will type my target manually like 30 lakhs, like this. Now you see we have a reference line here, which is saying the target is 30 lakhs. So here I can change, if you want to display this target value, right, you can select here value. If you don't want to display this target, you can simply say here none. Now I don't see any target value here, but I want to see the value, right? You can select value. If you select computation here, also it will show the same thing. Just you can go these options. If you go custom option, for example, the custom option, what I can see field name is not there, sales is there. I can say okay, field label, sales. I can select computation. Okay, I can select value like this. Okay, but don't go for all these. Just go for label and just select simply value. Now I want to make this line as a red color, right? So go to formatting option, go to line, simply select red color here. So I can see red color here. Now here we have transparency is there. Just increase the transparency to 100% so that you can see thick red color line here. You can change, you can increase the width of the height of thickness of the line like this. Like you can make it dotted lines like this. Target. Okay. If you don't want to show this line, I want to show only this value only I want to show. Then what we do, underline, you can select none here. Now you can see only value only here, not the. Okay. but I can select this one and this one. Okay, thickness is like this. Okay, now I want to format it further. So I'll just tell you a few more things. I can see fill above option, fill below option. Fill above, if you select black color, right? Above reference line will be filled with black color. Fill below some green means reference line below will be filled with some green color like this. Okay. For now, I don't want to use any one of these, but just remember. Now I want to bring this number to the middle here. So I go to format option. Under format, I can see font, alignment, sheet shading, sheet border lines, and lines we have. So go to lines here. Here you can see reference line. So here also you can change the line color and everything. Here also you can change. Okay. But I want to format, I want to move this number to the middle, right? So what you do is simply click on this line, reference line. You will see format option. Now go to reference line, fill above, fill below. I can see alignment option, make it middle alignment or right alignment like that. You can change the like this also. You can change the color of the line also to red color or something. You can increase this to like 15, like a red color, something like that. You can make it still. Okay, you can format like this. So without using so in this case, we have single axis for both targets, actual sales and target here. Okay. So now I want to bring that just right side of this sheet file. So drag it. Okay. So we already have a sheet file is already in the container. So when there's a requirement to put the sheet side by side, what I told you yesterday, just use this horizontal container. Okay, and drag it side by side like this. Now you see when you drag this sheet left side, this particular sheet uh, legends are there, right? So there are still placed at this place only. Now we have to. So what is the disadvantage of this floating object? So this is a floating object, right? Like earlier we are putting this as a floating, right? The floating object, the disadvantage of this floating or limitation is wherever you put this, it will keep on remains there only. It won't move according to the sheet here, sheet 5. So what I will do now here is like I'll drag one more vertical container. Okay, I'll place this between sheet 5 and sheet 6. Now I'll just convert this into just remove the floating option and move this into a container where we have just used it, right? Okay. So this is already placed automatically in this container. Move the sheet 5 also into this container like this. Now, what is my requirement? Anyone will tell now. So this is a simple question. Now, what is my requirement is I want to place this legends just below the title. Anyone will tell? One of the simplest option is make this legends floating. In that way, we can place this anywhere. Just you can bring it just below the title like this. But I don't want to use this floating option. So just going back, still I want to use the tiled option only. I want to bring this of object legends to just below the title here. Anyone will tell how to do that? So we have workaround is there. We don't have direct options. So this sheet 5 is like actually what is it? It is a using dual axis method. Okay, and this is using reference line. Anyone will tell how to achieve that one? So
Insert option.
Insert.
Double click on the sheet title. Sheet file.
Okay.
In that we have insert option.
Okay.
Choose field name.
field names. So here we don't have legends. Legends are not here actually. Okay, we have page count, page name, page number, default caption, default title is there, full name, username is there, but we don't have. If we use field name, it will show the sales value here. Okay, but that is a good thing. In the sheet titles, we can insert the field names also. Go to insert option. We can insert sheet names or group name, page count. We can insert the parameters as well as fields also. Okay, so there is no direct option is there. So what I can do is first drag the text object. Okay, drag the text object here, and whatever the name you want to give, just give that name. So I want sheet 5 reference lines, right? Reference lines. So whatever you have title, right? Whatever you want the title, you can write the same thing in the text object. Okay, even make Arial. Now you see, now this text object will be acting as a sheet title. Now I can remove this one. Sorry, this is like dual axis, right? Dual axis. Just click on OK. Now hide this sheet title. Anyone will know how to hide this sheet title? Because we are already having text object here. This will act as a title.
Drop down button and deselect title.
Correct. So click on this drop down and uncheck the title, or directly right click on the title, hide title. This option also will work. And now go to the legends here. Simply bring just below the title text object. Now I can display that legends just below the sheet titles like that. Now I don't want border for this particular sheet. I want border for this everything. Now this will be look like as a sheet actually. Anyone will tell how to do that? So I'll tell you that one, no problem. Just go to the sheet here, go to layout option, remove the title here, remove the border here for this particular sheet. Now we have this sheet, this legend, and this text object all are in the same vertical container. So what you do, just go to this drop down, select the vertical container here, and now make a border for it like this. Okay. Now make the border for the entire container. You see, now we are making the border for the entire container here. So the user cannot understand whether it is a single sheet or whether it is a container. For user, it is not a matter how you are doing here. He want to see this in this format. Okay, like that. Now you see what is happened here. So this border, sheet 1 border and this container border is not same here. So what I will do, why? Because select the sheet 1 here. For the sheet 1, what is the outer padding we have here? 4, right? So, but if you select this container, for this container, we don't have any outer padding. That's why both borders are not aligned here. So for this also make the border is 4. Now you see both the borders are in same vertical line like this. Okay. So that's why in that way, outer padding or inner padding are very useful in the real time while designing the dashboard. Maybe with respect to the interview purpose, maybe not that much useful, but some people will ask you what is the difference between this outer padding and inner padding. Now select the sheet 6 also and go to the layout option. Make the border here, some border here. Okay, like this. Okay. Now you see, now tell me, so target is 30 lakhs. Actual sales is 23 lakhs. What is the difference between these two here? What is the difference between these two here? I want to show the difference here. I want to show the difference. That is 6 lakhs, right? Around. I want to show the difference on top of here. On top here. Now you have to tell the entire method how to display the difference here on top of here. We have to write some calculations and all those, but we have to show the difference there. Anyone will tell? I'll go to this sheet. Anyone will tell how to get the difference first? Go to the data tab.
Open calculation.
Yeah, simple calculations only. So these are calculations only. Just try to tell something so that you will be an attention and you will be get the some knowledge here. So just simply open calculation, very straightforward method. Okay, simply drag the sum of sales
minus
minus
target.
target. You see, always remember that
Sum of.
we have to use sum here. Okay, sum of sales and sum of target. I told you what is the difference yesterday, right? If you use the sum of sales, see 23 lakhs means how you are getting this one because of sum of sales. So mention here sum of sales. Don't mention sales. Okay, so this is the difference between the, so like this is in real time what they will say is like actual versus target they will say. Okay, just click on OK. Now I want to place this on the right side of the title. Then anyone will tell how to do this. I want to place this the actual versus target difference just right side of the title. I want to display. Anyone?
Edit sheet 6 reference line.
Correct. Just double click on the sheet title. Okay. Oh, you want this only, right? Yeah. Go to insert option. Now in the insert
Sheet
option,
name.
sheet name.
Your reference line.
We don't have a reference line here. Our data source name is there, data update time is there, sheet name is there, but we don't have this. This is not appearing here. I can see sum of sales is there, but I don't see this actual versus target field is not appearing here. How to get that? How to get this field appear in this insert option?
Make it a parameter.
See why? See, we have so many fields are there, right? I have profit is there,
Go.
I have sales is there, target is there, this is there. But here I can see only sum of sales only I can see here because we have sum of sales in the either row shelf, column shelf, or in the sheet. So whatever the fields we have in this sheet, right? I can see only those fields only in the insert option.
Click on actual versus target.
Okay.
Drop
Double
down.
click,
Drop.
drop down. Okay. The straightforward method. Just when you double click on the,
Just అయిపోతుంది షీట్ మీద డ్రాప్ చేసేసి
see this sheet look drop guys. So see,
Table.
you know, when we double click on the sheet title, right? In the insert option, we can see only those fields which we have in the sheet here. We don't have this field in the sheet anywhere.
Make it as a parameter, sir.
No, what is
First,
the
make it as a parameter.
to make it as a parameter? Okay, let you want to create parameter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That is not there. That is not the thing. If you place this field anywhere in the sheet, right? For example, if I place this field in the row shelf somewhere, right? Then go to the sheet title in the insert option. Now I can see that field here. But what will happen if I place this in the row shelf? What will happen is I can see individual axis for this field also, but I don't want to see this. So what I'll do, I'll simply place this in the measure in the detail shelf. First place in the detail shelf. So you can see like in the detail shelf. Now go to the sheet, double click on the sheet title, go to the insert option. Now insert this actual versus target here. And just give some space between these two. Okay. And select this one, make it red color or something green color. Just click on OK. Now you see I can see the difference between those two here. Now go to the dashboard here. Now in the dashboard, it is coming just below here. So just make it, just remove some spaces here. Just click on apply. Now it is not still it is there. Now remove some more spaces in the sheet title. Still I don't see that here. Okay. Just click on apply. Now I can see that like this. So we have to do some formatting. We have to add some spaces or remove some spaces here. Okay. So in this method, it won't work properly. Okay. So this is one of the method if you want to do some workaround. So, but what is the other method? Anyone will tell? We don't use this method actually. Anyone will tell what is the other method? Simple. Go to a separate sheet. Okay. Go to a separate sheet and just drag the target what is actually into the text here. Okay. Text here. Now go to the dashboard. Now remove the sheet title. What we have done earlier, do the same thing for this one also. Or what I can do is just first select the floating option. Now drag the sheet 7 on the right side of the sheet title like this. Now hide the sheet title here and make it entire view. In that way, we can represent the difference just right side of this like this. Okay. So this is the one method you can use. Or what you do, just put one more vertical container. In the vertical container on the left side, keep the sheet title. On the right side, keep this sheet. Okay. Now I will tell you one important thing we have to think here. Now, what is happening here is like, so we are behind the target or we are achieved the target just based on this one. Anyone? We are just behind the target. We are achieved the target or we are still have to achieve the target?
Behind the target.
Behind the target. Okay. So how much sales we are behind the target actually? Minus 6 lakhs. We are behind the target. Okay. So when we are not achieved the target, I want to show this in red color with a down arrow. Okay, with a down arrow. And when we achieved the target, we want to show upper triangle and in green color. Anyone will tell? So most of the people you already know gone through the everything like that, right? So anyone will tell? If this is green color, if this is negative, that is we are not achieved the target, this should be in red color. And automatically after some time, maybe after 1 or 2 months, if we achieve the target, right, it should be automatically changed to the green color with up triangle or up arrow. Anyone?
Can use parameters.
No. See, what is the use of parameters actually? We have to use the parameters when there is a requirement to replace the constant values. But here we don't need to replace any constants, right? Then what is the need of going for parameter? Don't go for parameters. Like, see, parameters have a separate concept actually. So for example, in the calculation somewhere I'm writing something here manually like 7887 or something I'm writing like 30,000. Like this is target, assume that. So if you want to replace this target, right, then I can use the parameter. I can remove this constant here, then I can replace the parameter. So that is the use of parameter. Why we have to use parameter actually? If I use like 50 here, user cannot change this calculation, right? When you publish this dashboard to the Tableau server, user cannot change this value here. Why? Because this calculation is not available to the user. This calculation will not be shown to the user. All the fields and all these things will not be shown to the user actually. Okay. So in that case, if the user want to change this constant value, right, then we can use that parameter. I'll tell you that concept also. Anyone?
Create calculation field, sir.
Okay.
Later drag the calculation to the color sheet.
Okay, what is the calculation?
If condition,
Yeah, tell me if
sum of the
sum of
uh,
sales
less than or equal to actual price
less than or equal to target.
target.
Yeah, so we have to write this calculation.
Okay.
See, if sum of sales is less than, okay, then
On a color sheet,
I
output.
want some, then what is the output you want? You can write here. Then I want some, if it is less than, right, I want red color, right? So simply you can mention R here. Else I want to make it some green color. So just click on end here. Okay, end. So this is the calculation one. I can simply mention here color one. Okay, this calculation will give you two outputs based on the condition. The sum of sales, actual sales is less than, right? Then it will give you R in the output. Else it will give you green. Okay, just click on OK. Drag this calculation just to test it. Drag it to the row shelf or column shelf. Now you see it is showing R here. Why? Because sum of sales is less than target, right? That's why it is showing R here. Now what I will do, I don't want to show this R here. What I want is, I want to give some different color to this one. So drag it to the color shelf.
Color sheet.
Now you see I can see R here. Just double click on this R. Now change this to red color. Just click on OK. Now you see I can see this in the red color. If you want to make this bit bold, right? So go to text here. Just select this one and increase the size to make it 20 and make it bold like this. Okay. Now when it is coming, if the condition is not satisfied, if the sum of sales is greater than target, it should be green color, right? So, but we don't have that condition. So as of now, the sales is less than target. That's why we can see only one R only here I can see. When this condition is not satisfied, automatically it will come into green G here. In that case, if you want to test, if you want to adjust that, if you want to adjust that color now itself, right? Then what I can do, simply go to this color one. Okay, just make it greater than or equal to. We'll see. Okay, sorry. Less than or equal to only we can use. So just give some fun. Just try to make it something we have to get this false condition. So just for the simplicity, what I will say is just make it minus here. When I make it minus, right, what will happen? It will become minus 30 lakhs. And it is a negative number, it is positive number. Automatically, this condition will be false. So we don't get R here, we get G here. Just click on apply. Now you see we got G here. By default, G is given some blue color. So adjust this G to some green color. Just click on OK. Now we have adjusted this to green color. Now remove this condition. Just to adjust the colors only, just make this true and false conditions like this. Okay. Now it is the correct condition. Just make it OK. Okay. Now what I want, I told you one more thing also, right? I want to see the up arrow and down arrow also. I want to see. Anyone will say? Anyone will say when we have negative number, it should be down arrow. Why? Because we are not achieved the target. Anyone will say how to get that down arrow here? Okay, maybe it is like you have to make.
Image.
No, what I'll do is like I'll just go to the internet, just search for down arrow and up arrow, Unicode symbol. Just search with Unicode. I told you in this in the class also, but Unicode symbols. So just try this. Just go to somewhere here. Now, whenever you see something like this, open something here like some symbols, Unicode Explorer something, and we have so many symbols are there. So what I will do here is like, I'll select this up arrow, for example. Just copy this one. We have a copy option is there. Simply copy it. Now what I will do, I'll come to the same calculation here. Same color one calculation. Just edit. Now, after R, just use plus symbol and within the single quote, copy, paste your symbol here. You see, we have pasted this symbol. Okay, we have to paste it after G here. Why? Because when you have plus symbol means we have to, when it is green, we have to make it up arrow. Otherwise, we have to make it down arrow. Now go to the same internet. Again, go back and now click on the down arrow. Now copy this down arrow. Come to this calculation. You just use plus here, make it down arrow. Use the within single quote. Just paste this in the within the single quote. Okay. So what it will do when it is red color, it will give you some down arrow. Okay, like this. Maybe we'll see will it work or not properly. Just click on apply. Still, we are not getting this here, right? So anyone will tell how to do this? Okay, I'll tell you. So all these are simple logics only. So I thought that it will work actually, but it is not working. Now what I will do, I'll simply, there are different methods are there. First method is I'll simply go to this color one. I'll make it duplicate. There are different methods are there. I'll tell you different methods. See, all these methods are useful for you. Like, so we just have to, if one is not working, we have to go for the other one. Just duplicate this. Okay. And just edit this one. So I can make it color, like I can just rename it to symbol and remove the R here, remove the G here. Okay, very simple. What it will do, when this condition is satisfied, it will give you down arrow. When this condition is wrong, it will give you up arrow. This is the calculation field. Just click on OK. Now drag this into a text here. Okay, just click on this text now. Okay, just copy this one just before the other calculation. Just click on OK and make it entire view for now. Okay, still that is not giving something. You're not getting correctly. Not sure why. Okay, I can see those symbols in the tooltip here, but not here. Okay, just to go to the color one. In the color one, we don't need these symbols, right? Just remove this symbol. We'll see why it is not populating. It's not a problem. So in the color one, don't use any symbols. Okay, just click on OK. Okay, this is also not working. Then what I will do? In general, it will work actually. Don't bother about one. This one in general, it will work actually. So I go to internet again. So this website is not working properly. So I'll go to the other one. So I'll go to other websites. I'll go to. So all these are methods you have to remember. Okay, just don't forget. So all this will be helpful. So just try to copy this one. Copy this up arrow here. Go to your calculation symbols. Instead of that one, paste this one up arrow. Okay, just paste this one here and go here. Copy the down arrow and remove this one, paste it here. Just click on apply now. Now you see, I got this down arrow here. Okay, if you want some space between this arrow and this number, right? What you do? Anyone will tell? I want some space between this down arrow and this number. This number is coming from this calculation and this arrow is coming from this calculation. Anyone will tell? Okay, I'll tell you because it's not that much. I go to edit. After down arrow, just give some space also. Like this. Like this. Okay. So this is the one method for copying the symbols into the calculations and like that. And what is the other method is like, I can directly double click on the sheet title. In the sheet title also, I can copy these symbols. Just remember, sometimes it will be useful for you. We can copy the down symbol also, like into the in the sheet titles also. But here we don't need these symbols here. So what should be these symbols? Just remember, these symbols are Unicode symbols. Just remember, Unicode symbols. Only Unicode symbols only we can copy into the text, calculation fields and text somewhere. So what is the other method I want to tell you is just remove this symbol. Now I don't see any symbol here. What is the other method for copying the symbols is? Anyone will tell what is the other method for copying the symbols? So okay, go to this actual versus target field, go to the format option, go to the number formatting, go to the number, go to the number custom first, go to make it decimals 0. You can keep decimals also, not a problem. If you want, you can keep decimals also. Once you click on the number custom, right? Now go to the custom option or go to currency standard. Maybe I can select here America or Singapore like that. Now go to the number custom, make the decimals 0. Now go to custom option. Okay, so this is the other method. So what I will do, directly go to, otherwise you may be confusing bit like here, right? So directly I go to custom option here. In the custom option, you see in the custom option, I can see format here. Whatever the format you will give here, the same format I can see here also. Okay, so here I don't want decimals, right? I want only integer only here. So it should be like this 0.0. So this 0 will indicate the integer, this 0 will indicate the decimals. So what I want here, I can write like this. So under format 0, whenever you mention 0, I can see only integer part only I can see. I want one decimal. Okay, just use the dot and 2 zeros. 2 zeros means it will give you 2 decimals. So like this, we can format this. So this is for positive numbers. Just use the comma, semicolon here, then use -0. -0 means it is for negative numbers. So under negative number, just before the negative number, I will paste my arrow, down arrow. You see, I can see down arrow here. So minus first 0, it is for positive number, then use the colon, sorry, semicolon, and use the -0. Just before the -0, I can insert my symbol. If you want this symbol after the 0, after the negative number, right? Just go and paste your this one after the number, after the 0. So like that. Okay, so just make it, I want to make it just before that one only. Now what I will do, now I'll go to my calculation again. Now I will copy my up arrow symbol. Okay, so this is that much simple. So you have so many different methods are there. Now go to the again format option, go to the number formatting. Before 0, just paste your symbol up arrow. As of now, I don't have any positive numbers here. That's why I can see here down arrow only. But if your target is below the sales, right, then just modify the target here. Just edit here. Just modify the target to 20 lakhs. In this case, what will happen? Your sales will more than target. In that case, I can see this will change to positive. Just click on apply. You see, automatically I can see up arrow and this number comes. Okay, so now tell me, I want to change this target dynamically. The user should be able to change this target here. The user should be able to change this target. Anyone will tell?
We are using the parameters.
Correct. So in that case, we have to use the parameters. So this is numbering is becoming a bit large, I think. So just decrease the height or something like 14 or 15 like that. Okay, just go to the dashboard. I can see that like this. So based on the requirement, right? Sometimes I can use the floating objects like this, and sometimes I can use the tiled objects like that. Okay. So what is the disadvantage or what is the limitation with these floating objects is, for example, if I increase the height of this to 1200, right? So you see this alignment is changing now. Okay, earlier it is close to the border, now it is moving out of the border. Now even if you try to increase it to like 2000, right? You see this alignment is missing here. So the limitation with these floating objects is whenever you increase the height and width, right? In that case, it is automatically will be misaligned. So every time we have to do it manually like this. Okay. But once you done all the development, right? Once you're done with all the development, then you can use this floating objects also based on the requirement. It is completely based on the requirement. So this is for today. So just don't think that we are just discussing only few topics only here. Why? Because the dashboard designing in real time, it will take more than 30 days. It will take around sometimes 60 days also. Okay. So don't worry about we are covering very less here, but we are seeing different options. Okay. So what I told you before logging up, we have to publish our workbook to the Tableau server always. Don't save it in your local system. In the interviews, to test you, they will ask you, you will save your workbook in a local system or Tableau server. You can say, we can save it in the Tableau server. So in the interviews, they will ask you, what are the options you can see while publishing the workbook. So just remember all these. I don't want to tell you because you can see all these options in the class 4. Okay. So I asked you the first question today, data sources. In the data sources, you can see refresh is not enabled here. So this is for published data sources. Okay, this is for published data sources. But for extracts what you see, you can see prompt user option and embed password option. But for published data sources, you can see refresh not enabled, allow refresh access. You can see. I told you what is the difference between all those, right? For now, just click on the publish option. So it should be into the development folder. So when you click on the development folder, right? Development folder, you see, I see this red color warning here. So this with the same name, we have already workbook is there. So if you want to override that one, just keep this like the same name here itself. If you want to make it as a separate workbook, right? So just give some different name here so that I can have this old workbook as well as this new workbook also in the Tableau server. Just for now, just publish it to the Tableau server. Okay, anyone have any questions? So before publishing, it will ask you the MySQL database details here, username and password every time. Okay, just provide the MySQL details, password and username. Anyone have any question before closing? This one project is enough, more than enough for you to answer in the real time. We'll come across all the topics here also. Slowly we will build. Slowly we will build 3 to 4 dashboards here. But the only thing is you have to practice. Okay. So by tomorrow, right? By tomorrow you will try to practice all these things. Just try to create this dashboard. Whatever I see here, without any deviation, just try to replicate this dashboard as it is in your local system. If possible, you can publish also. You have already credentials. If you don't have credentials, no problem. Just try to replicate the same dashboard what you see here. So once you replicate this, right, then we can start the next class. Why? Because it is a waste of time. Even if I go for 30 classes or 40 classes, you can't answer in the interview even if I tell 100 classes also. Okay, anyone have any question before leaving?
Venkat, can you please show me if we prepared the 3 months of the dashboard now? Prepared for it took around
Sorry?
3 months. You're telling that the dashboards are preparing took around 3 months now.
Mm-hmm.
Can you show me the